What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, where we break down everything you need to know about America's team. Today, we have some major news that could shake up the Dallas Cowboys defense in a big way. If you're a true Cowboys fan, you're going to want to stick around for this one because this could be the move that takes the team to the next level. We're talking about an elite defender possibly making his way to Dallas. And trust me, this signing could be exactly what the Cowboys need. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. All right, let's get into it. The Cowboys have always been a team that thrives on defense, and last season proved just how crucial a dominant defensive unit can be. We saw players like Micah Parsons continue to elevate his game, Trayvon Diggs locking down opposing receivers, and an overall unit that put a lot of pressure on opposing quarterbacks. But even with all that talent, there was one major weakness, and if you watched the season closely, you probably noticed it too. The run defense and overall consistency in stopping elite offenses was not always where it needed to be. Now, this is where things get interesting. Rumors are swirling around that the Cowboys front office is making moves behind the scenes to bring in a top-tier defensive player, an absolute game-changer who could solidify this defense and make it even scarier. We're talking about an elite-level defender, someone who brings not only experience, but a relentless play style that fits perfectly with the culture Dallas has built. And if Jerry Jones pulls this off, the Cowboys could be looking at one of the best defensive rosters in the entire league. So, who is this mystery player? Well, sources close to the team have hinted at a few names, and one of the biggest ones that keeps popping up is none other than X. That's right, X is a name that has been circulating in the Cowboys rumor mill for a while now, and for good reason. X is one of the most dominant defensive players in the league, known for his ability to shut down offenses, create turnovers, and be an absolute nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Let's break down what makes X such a special player and why he would be the perfect fit for Dallas. First off, his versatility is unmatched. Whether you need him to play inside, rush the quarterback, or drop back into coverage, X can do it all. And let's not forget his physicality. This guy plays with an edge that Dallas fans would absolutely love. He's not just a playmaker, he's a leader, someone who brings intensity and fire to every single game. Now, one of the biggest concerns Cowboys fans have had over the past few seasons is whether the team is willing to spend big on defense. We know Jerry Jones loves his offensive stars, and he's been known to prioritize flashy moves on that side of the ball. But if there's one thing we've learned from watching the past few Super Bowls, it's that defense wins championships. Just look at what teams like the 49ers and the Eagles have built on the defensive side of the ball. The Cowboys already have some key pieces in place, but adding a player like X could take this defense from great to elite. Let's talk numbers for a second. Last season, X recorded X sacks, X tackles for loss, and forced X fumbles. Those are game-changing stats, and adding him to a defense that already has playmakers like Parsons and Diggs would be a nightmare for any offense in the league. Imagine a defensive front where offenses have to worry about Micah Parsons rushing from one side and X coming in from the other. That's the kind of pressure that makes quarterbacks panic, forces bad throws, and creates turnovers. Another big reason why this move makes sense is the Cowboys' current contract situation. With some key players still on their rookie deals and some veterans potentially being moved to free up cap space, Dallas has an opportunity to make a bold move here. And let's be honest, this team is in win-now mode. The window is open, but it won't stay open forever. Adding X could be the move that puts them over the top and makes them true Super Bowl contenders. But what would it take to land him? That's the million-dollar question. Would the Cowboys need to trade for him? If so, what would they have to give up? Would they be willing to part ways with some young talent or draft capital to make it happen? These are all things the front office has to consider, but one thing is for sure: if they can get this deal done, the Cowboys' defense is going to be a force next season. Of course, there are always skeptics who will say the Cowboys don't need to make a big move. They'll argue that the team should focus on building through the draft or developing the talent they already have. But let's be real, if you have a chance to add an elite player, you go for it. The NFL is all about maximizing your chances while your core players are still in their prime. And let's not forget, the Cowboys fan base deserves a championship. It's been too long since Dallas has made a deep playoff run, and if this move helps get them there, it's worth every penny. Another thing to consider is the impact this would have on the locker room. Players feed off momentum, and bringing in a player of X's caliber would send a clear message: Dallas is all in. It would fire up the defense, get the fans even more excited, and set the tone for the season. This is the kind of move that could change the entire identity of the team and make them the most feared defense in the NFC. So what's next? Well, as of now, we're waiting for official confirmation on whether the Cowboys will pull the trigger on this move. Negotiations are happening behind closed doors, and we all know how unpredictable the NFL offseason can be. But one thing is for sure: this is a move that makes sense on every level. It fits the Cowboys' needs, it fits the team's culture, and it could be the final piece of the puzzle to get them over the hump. This is where the frustration really boils over. Cowboys fans are tired of being stuck in this cycle of mediocrity. The team shows flashes of brilliance, gets everyone's hopes up, and then falls apart when it matters most. Whether it's a lack of adjustments, poor clock management, or just plain bad luck, it always seems like the Cowboys find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. Michael Irvin's comments reflect what so many fans are feeling right now. There's a sense that the Cowboys are wasting their window of opportunity. Teams like the Eagles and 49ers have shown what it takes to build a winning culture: strong leadership, innovative coaching, and a willingness to adapt. Meanwhile, the Cowboys seem content to stick with the same old approach, hoping that talent alone will be enough to carry them. Cowboys Nation, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want to see Dallas go after X? Do you think he's the missing piece to the defense? Or do you think the team should take a different approach? Drop your thoughts below, and let's get this discussion going. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on your Dallas Cowboys. We've got a lot more news coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!